Well, good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to our church. We're Living in Light is an independent spiritualist church, and we meet on the first and third Sundays of each month. And if you could please turn off your cell phones or just put them on silence or vibrate. We don't want to interrupt the speaker. I'm Reverend Sandra Deckinger, and I will be chairing the service today. We have coffee, boiled water in the back for tea, and I think we also have some hot chocolate there that I saw. And the restrooms are that away. We also have some library books at the back, and they cost $1 to rent them for 6 months, and we really would like them back at the end of 6 months. We have a healing book in the back where you can add the names of people who are in need of healing, and on the opposite page we have you can put the names of those who you know who have recently passed over. This is the first Sunday of the month, and we're going to just be giving readings, not doing billets. Our opening hymn will be number 110, Count Your Blessings. And let's sing all of that's number 110. And let's sing all the 4 verses. Tempest tossed, when you are discouraged, thinking God is lost. Too many blessings in them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. See what God has done. Are you ever burdened with a load of care? Those are cross and heavy you are called to bear. Count your many blessings, every doubt will fly, and you will be singing as the days go by. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. So amid the conflict, whether great or small, do not be discouraged, God is over all. Count your many blessings, angels will attend, and you comfort you to your journey's end. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your blessings, see what God has done. Count your blessings, name them one by one. Count your many blessings, see what God has done. Well, thank you very much for that. The invocation. In the name of the infinite Spirit in which we live, move, and have our own share of individual conscious being, we now ask all good, pure, true, loving, and wise and strong influences come to us during this time. Amen. Amen. And now let's read the principles, which you can find in the front cover of the book. Let's begin. We believe in infinite intelligence. We believe that the phenomena of nature both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. We confirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance therewith constitute true religion. We affirm that the existence and personal identity of the individual continue after the change called death. We affirm that communication with the so-called dead is a fact, scientifically proven by the phenomena of spiritualism. We believe that the highest morality is contained in the Golden Rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We affirm the moral responsibility of individuals, and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul, here or hereafter. We affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes proven through mediumship. If you notice when you read our principles, they're all very positive. There's nothing negative in them. It doesn't say, you can't do this, you can't do that. We just affirm and live according to our lives. The healing portion of this section will be led by our pastor. And if you have a chance now, remember we have the healing book for those who can't attend a service. And if you know someone who could use a healing, please add their name to the list now. As a part of the healing service, we'll be singing the healing prayer and reciting the healing prayer. I'll now ask the spiritual healers to station themselves behind the healing prayer.
Well, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. If you'd like a healing and have trouble getting to our chairs, raise your hand and someone will come with you. Please be aware that working energy provided by spirits who have chosen the mediums to attend their spiritual journey through. In order to become a certified commissioned healer, you need at least 3 affidavits. And if you feel that you've received the benefit of healing, please sign one of these affidavits. And if you forget about it while you're here, you can also go to our website and you will find the affidavits there. Do you know?
Okay, we'll remain seated for this. We're going to be singing the healing hymn, which is on page 109. He healeth me. There it is. Whoa. Page 109. But I am Reverend Robert Ingold, leading the healing service. We will now move on to reciting the healing prayer, which should be on the first page of your hymnal books, unless it says to go to the last page. That's not confusing at all. So let's recite it together. Wait a minute. I ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from my mind and body and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and I will do my part. I ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help, and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of God. And I see now that the healers are stationed at their chairs, so you're free to come up to get a hands-on healing. The healers will ask for permission to touch your shoulders, and if you do not wish for that, they will adjust themselves accordingly. But you need to let them know. Hands are the focal point of spiritual energy, coming from the spirit world and passing through the healer's hands into the one requesting to be healed. It is helpful for the one in need to be mindful of this gift being shared and to think of themselves as being healed by this action. So while we have some people getting healings, I think the rest of us will go into a meditation. This meditation is fixing your past. So to begin, I would like to ask you all to relax. Sitting in your chairs, adjusting yourselves to be comfortable. Take a nice, deep breath. Allow the tension to release from you and to dissipate. As the tension leaves your body, it begins to glow of your full spiritual self. A cloud of white light begins to envelop you. It starts small, but begins to build up, getting stronger and stronger. It now completely surrounds you, this billowy white cloud. You can reach out with your hands and touch it and feel the billowiness of it, this protection. On the outer fringe of this white light is a green light of healing that begins to build up as well. This fringe that was barely perceptible is now very strong. You now have two different lights that surround you. A white light which is nearest your body, and a layer of green light around that. Look now out in front of you. A temple begins to rise. It is a beautiful pink marble temple dedicated to you. As you continue to relax, you can make out pillars of pink marble. A pink marble staircase descends down to you, inviting you to take a step. With a nice, long, deep breath, put out your foot and begin to walk up these marble steps. As you ascend, tell yourself, every part of my body is in harmony with the universe. My organs are in tune with the vibrations of the God of the infinite. Having reached the top of the steps, you now proceed to the entrance, and the big marble doors open to you, allowing you to enter. As you cross the threshold, you notice big murals on the wall, like in a museum or an art gallery. And you begin to notice these are depictions of your life. These are moments in your life a history of what has passed. You can see yourself as a child when you were happy or sad. Healing chairs are available. If you see a sad time depicted, wave your hand over the image to make it happy. You're correcting the sadness, readjusting to what you want it to be. Walk on now to when you were a teenager. This is a time when you began to form ideas of what you would do in your life. If the image shows an unsettled time, use your hand to wave over the image to fix it. Make yourself now content. Go now to the next mural and see yourself in your 20s. Maybe at this time you had a dream of what you planned, but it was changed. Life is an adventure, and no matter how these life events occurred, use your hand, place it up to the mural, and make it right. If this was an unpleasant experience, turn it into a pleasant one. These changes you are making will not change what has happened, but it aids in the consciousness of your soul, of how things could have been different, and what you would have done about them with the knowledge that you now possess. At last, you come to the end of the hall, to the last mural, but it is blank. This mural is of the future. Place your hand upon this mural. Ask that this future brings you abundance. Ask for guidance to show you the road you must take to achieve your goal. This path will be free of greed. It is by your doing that this image will be fulfilled. Ask that it be for good, for the good of others as well as yourself. Now turn to see another place, an altar, and upon this altar is an image of yourself in the highest spiritual level. One that is happy, content, younger, brighter, and full of purpose. There are no doubts with this image of your higher consciousness. This is the person you are that is hidden from you. Remember, you carry this person with you wherever you go. Go now and return to the doorway from whence you came, but now with the reminder of where your strength lies. Descend the steps, taking with you that which you had forgotten. You feel that you are in control and not the victim of life. Return to this room, fully alert and with the knowledge of who you really are. Come to full alertness, you can open your eyes, and you are now back in the present. Thank you. I will now get the healing book. As I read from this healing book of the people that are not able to attend, we are sending out our healing energy to these people, prayers, healings, asking for help from our spirit guides, from our angels, and from the Most High. So we ask for good things to come to these people that are in need. And I would also like to add, these healing energies go out to the children of this earth, to the emergency responders that are the first on call when something bad happens, to our doctors and nurses who receive those people that need help, and to all those that are in need. So this concludes the healing portion of our service. And when the healers are finished, they're free to sit down. And again, as a reminder, if you feel that you have received a beneficial healing, we ask that you fill out one of the affidavits that I do not see back there. But we have them back there. Lynn, would you like to come up and give your presentation? Spring is coming, and so Lynn had something prepared. We thought we'd fit it in somewhere. This looks like a good place to do it. So this is Reverend Lynn Rogers.
Good morning. I just wanted to talk about the wheel of the year, the natural seasons, and where we are in it. Long ago, the Creator was seen not only as Father, as in later times, very much as Mother as well. And the connection to nature was very strong. And this goes back about 50,000 years. What we see as the remnant of that spiritual tradition is our honoring of the turning of the seasons of the year. And right now we've just passed the spring equinox. And that tradition for the Celtic people too, all over Europe, in many parts of the world, the Creator was seen as both Father and Mother, feminine and masculine. And at Yule, the Divine Mother gives birth to her light child. This was long, long ago. Joseph Campbell talks about the unity of our archetypes. And so in springtime, now this creative force manifests as a spring maiden who's everywhere she dances, there's flowers. And the prince who came back from the land of winter, and they join together, and wherever they come together, the flowers grow. So this is really a good time for us to initiate projects, things that we dreamed about in the dark months. Now it's time for those to just begin to flower a little bit. So it's a really good time to think of what's flowering in your life. Not only the flowers you bring in, but your intentions, what you'd like to affirm at this time of spring. And make positive affirmations, take steps to help these flower and begin to see that in the wheel of the year that will culminate later with the harvest in fall and before that the summer solstice. And this is a way to look at our life to be in tune. You can also see where the moon is and where the phases of the moon. Sometimes there's a new moon and it's a great time to start your projects and plant your garden. And also, it's a good time to make positive intentions. So let's move forward and let our lives blossom at this time of the spring equinox and spring, as our ancestors did all over the world. Let's be in harmony with nature. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Just a little bit on what you were talking about the seasons. We are one of the few people that decided January the 1st was the beginning of our calendar. In most ancient times, it was at the solstice, equinox. That's when the calendar began in March. And it just continued every 3 months. And you knew when your bills were due because when is the next solstice or equinox? And with that, I would like to introduce our speaker today is Avery, and he comes to us from our church, and he is a minister in training. Now, before Avery gives us his talk, let's do page 44 on higher ground. And let's do all 4 verses. I'm pressing on the upward way, new heights are gaining every day. Following as I onward bound, Lord, plant my feet in underground. Lift me up and let me stand, by faith on heaven's stable land, a higher plane than I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. My heart has no desire to stay, her doubts arise and fear dismay. They make him dwell where bound. My heart is on higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand, by faith on heaven's stable land, a higher plane than I have found. Lord, plant my feet on higher ground. I want to live above the earth, though angry darts at me are hurled. The great has caught the uncle down, the sound of say higher ground. Lord, lift me up and let me stand, by heaven's stable land, my higher plane than I have found. I have my feet on higher ground. Okay, we were only doing 3 verses today.
Interesting. Wait. Yeah, 3 verses.
Oh. Skip verse 3. Well, we said it today. We won't. This way, it won't feel upset when we listen the next time. And now I would like to present Avery for his talk today.
Thank you, Sandy. Appreciate it. Well, good morning, family. It's an honor to be up here to give a speech as always. I love being up here to stand in front of you and talk. Well, family, today I stand here before you and talk about something that is truly profound. Something that resonates with the core of our existence. The idea that I have lost where I was supposed to speak. How about that? Isn't it fun? Well, hey, I have 15 minutes to talk, so how about losing where my line was? As an actor, that happens all the time. So that's all right. The idea that Spirit listens to us. Yes, you heard that right. You know, we're all mediums. Yes, that is correct. We are all mediums. We all listen to Spirit. Spirit talks to every single one of us. We all possess that ability to communicate with Spirit. Amidst the chaos of our daily lives, there exists a force, a presence that leans in and listens to the whispers of our hearts, the cries of our souls, and the fervent hopes of our minds. Now, some may dismiss this notion as mere fantasy. God bless you. This mere fantasy, a figment of wishful thinking. When I was young, I used to think it was wishful thinking. But I implore you to suspend your skepticism. But I'm sure every one of us here don't have any skepticism on that. For just a moment, and allow me to share with you the two real accounts that serve as a testimony to the notion that Spirit does indeed listen. The first account is that of a young woman who found herself at the crossroad of despair and hopelessness. She had weathered storms that threatened to shatter her spirit. Yet she clung on with her faith flickering like a candle in the wind. In her darkest hour, she reached out to the universe, sending her silent pleas into the ether. And lo and behold, in the most unexpected of ways, her prayers were answered. A series of serendipitous events unfolded, guiding her towards a path of healing and renewal. It was as if the universe was conspired to orchestrate her redemption, reaffirming her belief that someone or something was indeed listening. The second account is that of a man who had lost his faith in himself, burdened by self-doubt and haunted by his past failures. He felt like a ship adrift in a sea of uncertainty. But in the depths of his despair, he made a decision to surrender, to relinquish control and trust in a higher power. Has anybody ever been in that situation? And in that moment of surrender, he experienced a profound shift. Doors began to open where there were once only walls. Opportunities emerged from the shadows, and he found himself guided by an unseen hand towards a destiny he had never dared to dream of. It was as if the universe had heard his cries for guidance and responded with unwavering grace and compassion. I have a story of my own. I'm going through relationship issues, and maybe it's maybe it's not appropriate, but I was asking God. I said, or actually Spirit. I was asking Spirit. I said, Spirit, if it's true that me and my girlfriend are meant to be, send me a sign. Show me the angel signs. And it was really interesting that moments later, I looked at the clock, and 11:11 appeared on the clock right after I said that. That just goes to show you, Spirit really does listen. Then after that, another angel sign appeared, 12:12, like an hour later. It just, more of these angel signs just kept appearing and kept appearing and kept appearing. So it was almost the whole entire day, these angel signs kept appearing and appearing and appearing and appearing. I have another angel sign that I'm looking forward to, or hoping the Spirit will answer, and that is my car broke down, and I'm no longer going to be having a car at this point because my car is completely, it's going to car heaven, unfortunately, and so I need a car. And at this point, I'm going to be renting a car every other Sunday, unless I can figure out how I'm going to be able to purchase a car, or how I'm going to be able to get a car or find a car for an affordable price. So hopefully Spirit will answer that prayer for me. But I'm just going to keep the faith and see what happens from there. So I'm just going to say this. These are not mere coincidences. These are glimpses of deeper truths. And by Spirit answering my questions and showing me angel signs when I wanted them to be answered, that's just proof right there to me. A truth that transcends the boundaries of logic and reason. For in the quiet moments of our lives, when we dare to listen, we can hear the whispers of Spirit, guiding us, comforting us, and reminding us that we are never alone. There are times that I struggle with fear and anxieties, And sometimes when you struggle with that, your ears are closed, your mind is closed and confined, and you just have to calm down and just listen. That's all you have to do, right? But perhaps you're still harbored doubts. Perhaps you question whether Spirit truly listens. That's human doubts, right? That's what happens as a human. You question whether the Spirit truly listens, whether it truly cares. And to that, I offer you this truth. Imagine a world where every prayer is heard, every plea is answered, and every heartache is soothed. Imagine a world where every hope is not just in a distant dream, but a tangible reality. That, family, is a world that Spirit invites us to inhabit. A world of boundless love, infinite compassion, and unwavering guidance. But don't ask for the billion-dollar lottery. So next time you find yourself standing at the edge of uncertainty, feeling the weight of the world upon your shoulders, remember this: Spirit does listen. I am a testimony of that. It listens to the whispers of your heart, the cries of your soul, and the silent prayers of your mind. And though the road ahead may be fraught with challenges, know that you are never truly alone. In conclusion, let us embrace the profound truth that the Spirit listens, and let us carry this truth with us as we journey through life's myriad twists and turns. For in this embrace of Spirit, we find solace, we find strength, and we find the courage to rise above the darkest of shadows. And now, as we reflect the power of Spirit and boundless love it offers, I invite you to join me in the moment of silence, reflection, to offer gratitude for the presence that listens, that guides, and that loves us unconditionally. May we carry the light of Spirit within us always, illuminating the path ahead with hope, courage, and unwavering faith. Thank you very much. And as we depart from this moment of reflection, let me leave you with these words of Helen Keller: that despite facing immense challenges, found solace in belief that the best and most beautiful thing in this world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart. May we all strive to feel the presence of Spirit within our hearts, and may it guide us towards our future filled with hope, love, and boundless possibilities. Thank you, family. I love you all. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Avery.
You're very welcome.
That was nice. And now it's time for donations to the church. We have our healing basket here. And this money goes to the rent and any other expenses that we have. And also, remember, we're getting ready for the psychic fair, so it will go for that. Thank you, Charles. Infinite Spirit, we accept these gifts of love that can help us in continuing with spiritualism. We ask your blessings upon this gift and the cheerful givers who seek to assist us in keeping this church alive. We thank you in the name of love. Amen. I'm not sure who the next speaker is.
Well, it will be you.
It will be me. It was a little mix-up today. I thought I was speaking, and then Avery was speaking. So Avery was more prepared than me. Remember, it's April, and all of your dues of $15 were due by March 31st. So if you haven't paid, you can give us the money now, or you can go to the PayPal account and pay that way. We have books and literature on the back table, and special occasions. Well, the mediumship circle will begin the second Wednesday in April, and it will start at 6 o'clock. We have 1 or 2 new members, and if you would like to join us, please give me your name and address and telephone number and email, and I will add you to the list. There's also we're going to talk about seances at our next meeting, because I think I've heard a lot of different interpretations and ideas about seances, and I think it's a topic that I'd like to speak about. So we're going to put that off until next week. Are there any other board meetings coming up?
In May.
In May, we have a board member coming. Oh, and if that's a good time, get your membership things in by that time so that we can vote you into membership. And now,
Well, I have a couple more things I want to bring up. Sandy brought up the fact that if you're paying for your dues, it's like you don't have the money now. You can do it at our website. There's a donate button, so you can put the dues, use the donate button for doing the dues. We have one member that hardly ever comes to church, and he's going to pay that way. So thank you, Lynn, for bringing that up. So when things like this happen, it's like, I don't have the money now. Well, you can use our website to donate, use the donate button to do that. Also, we are having our solar eclipse tomorrow. And it's like, we're going to catch the edge of it. So we're going to see something. And somebody brought up that the way to see it is, if you look up at the sun, you're going to go blind. If you take your phone and try to take pictures of it, you could actually ruin your phone. It needs to have a filter on it, so you need to be careful of that. But they said one way to do it is to take a colander, like go in your kitchen, get a colander because it's got all those holes in it, take it outside and look at the shadow and you'll see crescents. I don't know if anybody remembers seeing that before, one of the last ones that we had. The leaves on the trees were casting shadows and see crescents all over on the ground. It's like, it's kind of cool. So tomorrow we're going to catch a little bit of it, and if you don't have a tree around, get a colander. So I want to bring that up. Let's see what else. That's it. I think that's it. Okay. Thank you.
and now it's time for spirit messages. We request that you remain in your seats and not move around too much. If you have to get up, please be quiet and move to the rear of the room. Don't go between the medium and the person who is being read, because this can disrupt the connection. This is an opportunity for our mediums to exercise their gifts. If you believe you received an evidential spirit message, we invite you to fill out an affidavit, as student mediums are required to obtain 3 affidavits to become certified. Currently, we have Avery, Lynn, and Robert who are going to be mediums. Now, who would the mediums today are myself, Robert, Avery, and Lynn. Okay, so there's 4 of us.
So it's 3 apiece.
So we'll each give 4 messages. Lynn, would you like to come first, please?
Yes, thank you, Cindy.
You're jumping up and down.
mediumship portion of this service. May I come to you?
Yes.
Well, they're giving me the impression of beautiful blue emerald green that surrounds you, that is really your healing color. Whew. And that you did, as came through before, you did live in Nubia long ago with the great teacher Hermes. And Edgar Casey said he was a past life of Jesus, and you were taught. And your healings, they're saying, are flowering. They're showing feathers, I don't know what that means, and growth in your healings. And very much you are a healer for those who've had a wounded heart, and an emotional heart also, and that's unique. And so they want you, they're very pleased with you and want to bless you and hope that, and when you begin your healings, for some reason they'd like it if you drew the emerald green around you.
Okay.
Into your aura. Oh, feels right. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I do you?
Yes.
Okay. With you, it's an impression of an Atlantean, and this Atlantean had, I'm going to say, a very, very advanced race of people, as we know. But you had the feathers, some kind of a headdress that was multicolored, because you were a unifier of and you also had a lifetime in the Gobi, and you were unifying, being a messenger between all the different races and cultures of the time. And that is still part of your mission today, is to unify and bring to the perception of the oneness of spirit, and that helps break down barriers. And there is some type of a masculine presence. It feels like a masculine guide in spirit. Let me just lean so he doesn't push me over. Let's see. It's Arcturus, and Arcturus is a higher group soul of souls that have attained the graduation of this plane, and they are working with you. And some of the heartaches that you experience is because of your depth of sensitivity, because you're an old soul, and they're very pleased with your talk, at how you gave the examples and spoke in all humility, and it allowed your audience to understand fully the principles. So they are well pleased with you, and he is there with you.
Thank you.
He was with you in the Atlantean land. Okay. I get two more or one?
Two.
Okay, two. May I come to you? Oh, same names today. Okay. Yeah.
That's good. That's
Okay.
fine. That's fine.
Okay. Open your hands. Let's see. You're not to worry about past patterns and things that always seem to be happening that were negative. You were actually finishing some karmic influences one by one, and basically are now freed from that. That was the ending of the cycle, not the beginning, and you're freed from that. The radio is coming up again in some form, the radio, which you have hosted, but the radio, or maybe through the computer, things that are radio-like, could be like pod. I mean, I'm not in that world, but I see you communicating as you did through radio, but now maybe a different medium. And you have many things coming from your fingertips. There are many incomplete projects and creative projects that you've dreamed of, and you have. And starting in the spring to pick one of them that's kind of half done from the past and see if you can take it forward. Greek lives are showing with you, and you sometimes have especially male friends who debate you, and they were with you in Greece, all taking opposite positions. At a time they were encouraged by, I think, Plato to debate, but sometimes debating is wearisome. So continue with your path, despite those that debate you, because they come more from the mind without the heart at times, and you're working to bring that to the whole. So that's it. Okay. May I come to you? Okay. Well, we said everybody's name. Keep doing.
That's fine.
Actually, we can do more. Okay. So the blue that you're wearing, it's not an accident, they're saying, because that's really in your aura right now. And you are needed. Your healing abilities, that which you give is needed very much. And so they are very pleased with you to share the peace and the depth of healing with others. That's a very good thing for you right now. You receive a lot, but you have so much to give. That channel of giving that out, which in that peaceful blue energy, it refreshes your cup. It's like, the cup goes out and more comes into the cup. And they're showing Diana in a past life, the Temple of Diana and the waters of Lake Nemo, and it was a feminine community that you were part of, and you're bringing some of the gifts, the creativity and healing from that experience. And they're saying to you, look to the future. There's much to come. Don't just look backwards. There's much to come. Okay. Thank you.
Avery?
Good morning, family.
Good morning, Avery.
It's always an honor, a blessing, and a pleasure to serve Spirit. Okay. Forgive me,
Yvonne?
huh?
Yvonne?
No,
Michelle?
what is... Thank you very much. Hi, how are you? I'm sorry, I'm not getting names right now for some reason.
You're the spirit.
Yes. I want to step in on a mother's rate of vibration with you. Your mother is here with you. And she comes in and she is smiling from ear to ear. She comes directly behind you. I can actually see her. She's placing her hands on your shoulders. The one thing that kept coming in for me very clearly was painting. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Okay. She says you're doing a lot of painting, not just one, but multiples, not just two, multiples. Okay? And oh God, I'm getting chills right now. She says, keep up those paintings. And the other word that came into my ear was healing. Healing. These paintings are healing for you. Okay? I'm also getting that with this, you're being lifted up spiritually. Keep up the great work. Okay? And that whatever you're doing is helping you step away from the I'm going to call it negativity. Would you understand that? Mm-hmm. Okay? Keep up that great work. Okay? You're on the right path. Stop doubting yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is not coming from me. I'm not. This is not Avery speaking. This is Spirit speaking. Okay. And then I'm being shown your daughter, or this other girl, whoever you're taking care of. You're doing a great job. Keep up the great work with that, because she needs your help. Okay. Keep up with that. I'm going to leave all of this with you. She kisses you on the top of your head, and she also gives you a rainbow-colored butterfly. Okay? Love and blessings. God bless you. I think you knew I was going to come to you. How are you? Just know that your father is so very proud of you. As I step into your rate of vibration, I'm actually seeing your father, and he is embracing you with a great big hug, and he has his head up against your head, and he's just kind of like hugging you, okay? I heard the word Ireland. I don't know why. I heard the word Ireland. And I'm hearing go ahead. Go ahead. There's something that you want to do, but you're doubting yourself to do it. You're not sure whether or not you should do it. And I'm hearing go ahead and do it. Okay? This is your chance to do what you want to do. So go ahead and do it. Okay? You have all the support. And he's kind of giving you a nudge. He's kind of giving you a nudge, pushing you to go forward with this. And then flowers. Lots of like roses, red, like a red flower that I'm getting for you. Love and blessings. I feel like I want to send healing to you because it's something that you've been needing, especially dealing with a little bit of like stress and anxiety. Okay? God bless you. Hi there.
Hi, Avery.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good, good. As I step into your rate of vibration, I want to step in on your mother's rate of vibration who comes in.
Yes.
And as your mother steps in, she has been saying that she has been sending you signs through your dreams. She's talking to you through your dreams.
Okay.
Would you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. She is preparing you for what is going to happen. And though these dreams seem a little frightening, it's not going to be as bad.
Okay.
Okay? And it's more than just to prepare you. They're symbolic. And we could talk more about that later on.
Okay.
I'm also seeing snow. And then she also, your father also pops in too. Hi, Papa. They want to they're pushing your shoulders down to kind of ground you a little bit. And they're just kind of telling you it's all okay. They're grounding you. They're saying it's all okay. You're good. You're in good hands. Check in with your sister.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Check in with your sister. But she's fine. I'm going to leave that with you. God bless you. Love and blessings.
Thank you, Avery.
You're so very welcome. Bob.
Okay. It's all right. Thank you.
You're very. Oh no.
Oh,
I'm
you.
gonna
Oh.
give you a message.
Okay.
I want to come in on two rates of vibration for you. One is well, first of all, I'm smelling like cigar smoke or cigarette smoke.
Okay.
So I feel like this comes from a grandfather.
Oh,
Or
okay. Yes.
would that make sense to you?
That would.
And he has gray hair, and it's not long. It's kind of like short, almost like yours, and it's kind of parting. Okay? He comes through in his happier years, which was in about his 50s or 60s or so. And he's smoking that cigar because that's one of his favorite things he used to do. The other thing is I want to come in on a grandmotherly rate of vibration.
Okay.
She had white hair. Your grandmother had white hair. And she's wearing this like white jacket looking thing or white.
Oh, okay. Like almost like a vest.
Yeah, almost like a vest.
Yeah, I remember.
And as they come in, they're both like they're both embracing you, and they're saying it's time for you to go ahead and take a vacation, and that I can go ahead and run things for a little while for you.
Really?
because you're going to need that rest.
Okay.
Okay? And everything is going to be okay. And I'm also seeing they're showing me a tree that is growing, and that you are climbing that tree, and that progress is being made. And they are very happy for you, and I'm seeing them clapping. And they also want to congratulate you on something. I'm going to leave this with you. God bless you. Love and blessings.
Thank you.
One more thing. I keep seeing something for you. Can I talk to you after church? Love and blessings to each and every one of you. Thank you all.
Robert?
Now it's my turn. I wanted to go to, okay? It's interesting because earlier today I was noticing your California shirt, and it's like, it's black, but the California is bright, is really bright. For me, it's like really, really bright. And then I noticed you have a heart on your mask, and it's muted, it's small, it's kind of like over here. And I'm thinking that's kind of your personality. It's like everybody has a heart, and show me your heart. But when you get to you, it's like, well, it's this little thing, it's over here. It's like, no, you have a big heart, but you're shy. You're kind of shy about it. And yet, it's like, well, look at my California. Don't look at my heart, look at my California. Well, your California is over across your chest. What's behind your chest? Your heart. And it's like, so don't belittle yourself. That's what you're doing. And it's like, you have just as strong a heart as anybody else. And that's kind of the message that I'm getting. And as I close my eyes, I can see the heart in your chest, and it's pumping, just like everybody else's is pumping. It's got a hard pump to it, a good thump to it. In fact, it's starting to get even a little bigger now. Don't denigrate yourself. It's like, stand up, stand up. You belong here just as much as everyone else. Yes, I see you like standing with fists in your hand, because I'm a person, I am here, recognize me, respect me. And there are a bunch of hands behind you clapping your back like they're congratulating you. Because you're waking up to your own value. And you're getting stronger in this way, so don't belittle it. Stand up. You're taking up space and you deserve it. So I hope you get that message. I hope you understand that. Okay, good, okay. I'm going to go to, I saw earlier that you had your arms crossed, and then I was noticing the colors of your jersey. Your jacket is gray. The shirt you're wearing is also muted. I was getting something like a statue, like there was a statue of you all in this color, granite, this gray granite color with your arms crossed. And it's like, I don't want to say standoffish, but it's like you stand for what you believe in, and you're not going to let anybody push you. You're just the opposite of Michelle. You're just standing there and saying, get out of here. Nope, I'm standing right here. But there's strength in that. And it's like, people are chipping at you. There's little chips that come off, but that's it, nothing else. You're standing there. You're very proud. You're strong. You're just standing there. And even though people are trying to chip at you, it's not affecting you whatsoever. I know that you've had some history with your health, but you've come back. You've come back from this, and you're strong. And it's like, you don't want to go through that one again. So your strength has come back, and you're hanging on to it. You're not going to let it go for nothing. Which is good. This is a good thing, yes. And it's also in your mind, that thought that you're not going to go back to what that was. Whatever that was behind you, it's gone, it's over. And so we're looking forward now. It's a new you. And is there any other message? Is there any other message from Robert? Just that your name is almost in lights, because I could see your name, and there's like big letters, and like there's little light bulbs on there, almost like chaser lights, big shining. It's just as big as you are. You're standing there, and there's a great big sign with your name on it. And people are recognizing that. In the spirit world, at least, they recognize that. And they're giving you respect. In fact, I see people bowing to you. And that's all that I'm getting. That's the message, okay? Oh, you're here. Well, since you're there, I might as well give you a message. I noticed you're wearing a mauve jacket. That's good. That's good color for you. I want to breathe. Just like I want to make this gesture. I want to breathe. I want to breathe things up. I want to smell aromas. It's like I want to exercise my lungs. I want to take a nice deep breath. It's like I want to breathe in deeply. I feel like you've been restrained somewhat, but now you have this freedom to breathe. Now I can breathe. Now I can relax. Because you were under some tension previously. That is now over with. Now I can breathe. I keep on wanting to breathe deeply. I can feel that air going through my nose into my lungs. It's refreshing. It's refreshing. It's waking you up. It's like you feel better. You feel better now than you have in the past. You can do things now that you think that you couldn't do before because you have the energy to do so. And again, with this taking this breath, it's waking you up, making you alive. If you want to go in the backyard and garden, now's the time. This is spring weather. If you want to go back in the garden, this is the time that you can do it because you have the energy. You're awake, you're alert. You were kind of asleep before, but now you're awake. All I can say is you're alert. You're very alive right now. Take advantage of that. Do the things you need to do outside, which also helps. It helps. It's like a feedback loop because you're outdoors, playing with the dirt, and it's like which is also helping, bringing you good energy. So it's like a feedback loop. Okay, is there anything else? I'm getting a hat, like an old-time lady's hat with a hat, and then they have that veil in front of that black netting. I suspect this is coming from one of your relatives, like a grandmother. So see, it's mostly a black hat with some flowers in it. I think they might be white flowers, and then this black veil that comes down a little bit. It's like an old-time lady's hat. And there's a nod. I'm only seeing the hat, but I'm also getting a nod with this. So hopefully you know of one of your past relatives that used to wear a hat like this. It's like, okay. So I guess they're just giving you a nod. We're here. We're here. And that's the message. Okay. I've done 3. I think that's enough. So.
Who else hasn't had a message? I don't think you have. Well, as I come into your rate of vibration, there is a gentleman standing behind you. He's about, I'd say, 6 foot maybe in that area. He had black hair, bald in the center. He says he comes as a very close friend to you or a husband type figure, and I don't think this is now. I think it was much earlier in your life because he's not wearing clothes that are now. It's more like from the 50s. He said you were very good friends, and he's also saying that he's clapping for you because he said you've come a long way. You've overcome a lot of adversity, and he wants you to know He wants you to know that at times you feel depressed, that things are not going well for you, but he wants you to know that they are going well for you, that you've made a remarkable recovery, and not to dwell on it, and you've moved forward, and he's very pleased with that. He's also given me a little push to you that you've been hanging back. You haven't been moving forward, I think, as much as other people think you should. But that's okay. You have to be yourself before you can. You have to be yourself before you can give in to what other people want for you. Please move forward. As I'm looking at a path in a garden, and there's no rocks or anything in front of you. It's a nice path. So move forward and keep going. Keep going. You have a long way to go. You have a long way to go. Who else hasn't had a message? Have you had a message?
Oh, yes.
You have, okay. Well, let me come into this lady here. I don't know your name. Well, I want to thank you. That was a very lovely healing that I had. I want to thank you for that. As I come into your rate of vibration, I'm seeing a group of people standing behind you in a circle, and these people, they say that they come in to you when you're in your healing vibration, and they're the ones who act as batteries to you, so that you can be able to put forth all of this energy and healing power that you're able to give. They want you to know that I'm going into the month of June, that you're going to be getting another doctor into this group, and he specializes in I'm not getting his special, but I'm seeing an entire body, so he may be a generalist. That's his specialty, and he's going to be joining you, and he's going to be joining this group, and they're saying that, you know, it's time to move forward. Time to move forward and explore other avenues of healing. I don't know if you just said in one area, but it's time to spread out and to work in other areas. I would suggest that when you're healing, I know that at church we have to only touch the shoulders, but if you go into a person and you know that you feel that their knee is bothering you, you can go and give direct healing to that area. It will benefit you, and it will benefit the person who's dealing with it. They want to thank you for all that you've done for everyone and for yourself. I'm also seeing a child. Child's maybe 3 or 4, has blonde hair, skipping all around in front of you. To me, this might be a member of your family who went to Spirit when they were young, or it could be a joy guide. Well, this little one is skipping around in front of you and having a great time, and she's pulling you by the hand to get some more fun into your life. And I'm going to leave that with you. Thank you very much. Robert, let me come to you. I don't think you've had a message.
Actually, I did.
What?
I did.
You did, okay. Well, I'm the only one who hasn't had a message then. So I'm going to bring this to the end. And I want to thank...
Could I give you a message?
What?
May I?
After church, okay? It's 12:30 and we have time restraints.
Sure.
Okay, so, thou God of peace, before we part, send kind angels to each heart. Lead us, we pray, with loving hands, until we reach the summer land. Amen.
Amen.
And I will see you next week. Okay, good night and goodbye, everyone.
I wanted to recognize Reverend Helene because her name wasn't announced earlier, but she comes from the UCM church and she came here today for the first time and she participated in doing the healing. And it looks like she did a good one on Sandy. Yeah, so thank you.
Okay,
Okay, remember we have coffee in the back.
we don't have